Last period we have seen the journal entry related to retaining the bill till maturity, then discounting the bill, then when the bill is sent to bank for collection. Okay, so we studied three cases. Okay, so if it is a discounting, entry will be in the books of drawer, bank account debtor, discount account to bills receivable. Then when the bill is sent to bank for collection, two entry is there extra. Bill sent for collection account to bills receivable. Next, at the time of maturity, bank account to bill sent for collection. Okay. Now, next case, very important, endorsement of a bill. Endorsement of a bill. Already we know that endorsement of a bill. So we studied in banking, we studied endorsement of a bill. Fourth chapter. Okay. So what do you mean by endorsement of bill? Transfer of bill to the other person. Means signing the bills of exchange for the purpose of transferring to another. That is endorsement. The person endorsing the bill is known as endorser, and the person to whom the bill is endorsed is called endorsee. Okay, then we studied types of endorsement. That is also will come here. So what is the journal entry? Okay, what is the journal entry? In the books of drawer. So in this case, we have to write the journal entry in the books of drawer, in the books of drawee, and in the books of endorsee. Everyone turn on your video. In the books of drawer, in the books of drawee, and in the books of endorsee. Okay, that is related to endorsement. Clear? Endorsement means signing the bills of exchange for the purpose of transferring to another person. That is endorsement of a bill. The drawer can endorse that transfer that bill to any other person. That is endorsement of a bill. So what is the journal entry related to endorsement of a bill? Suppose first two entries same only. In the books of drawer, first two entry same only. Suppose sold goods to Atul. Okay, sold goods to Atul. Then first entry, Atul accounted to sales. Atul accounted to sales. Then we receive bills receivable accounted to Atul. Bills receivable accounted to Atul. First two entry same. First entry, suppose Atul accounted to sales. First entry. Then bills receivable. Bills receivable account debtor to Atul. Third entry, this bill we given to Sharath. Karthik only drawer. In the books of drawer, Karthik endorsed this bill to Sharath. Already he sold goods on credit from any, otherwise he had to pay some amount. So instead of cash, he given this bill. So what is entry? Third entry will be Sharath account debtor to bills receivable account. Sharath account to bills receivable account. Clear? Okay. So in the books of drawer, I am telling, in the books of Karthik, second entry same. Third entry, that will be given to Sharath, endorsee. So Sharath account to bills receivable. You look at that. Normally, third entry, in every case, credit will be bills receivable. Suppose discounting the bill, bank account debtor, discount account to bills receivable. First debit, we gone, given, so credit. Next, bill sent for collection. Bill sent for collection account to bills receivable. Here, bill given to Sharath. Endorsing the bill. Endorsed bill to Sharath. Sharat accounted to bills receivable. Then at the time of maturity, no entry. Why? Because in this case, who are getting the amount? Sharat is getting the amount from Atul. Sharat is getting amount from Atul. So maturity, no entry, no journal entry. Clear? In the books of drawer, I am telling. In the books of drawer. Aditya, any doubts? At the time of maturity, he won't get the amount. Any doubts? Aditya?
No, sir.
Okay. Next, in the books of Endosi, Sharat, in the books of Endosi, drawer also there, drawer I will write, drawer same only, same entry only. So that's why I am not telling same entry. First, purchase accounted to Karthik, Karthik accounted to bills payable, then endorsing no entry here because who is endorsing? Drawer is endorsing. Here no relation. Clear? Like a discounting bill sent for collection. No entry for bill sent for collection. No entry for discounting. No entry for endorsement. Why? Because it is endorsed by Karthik only. Clear? So in the books of drawing, same. No need to write. So now I will write in the books of endorsing. In the books of endorsing. In the books of endorsing, Sharat. Sharat. So Sharat received a bill from Karthik. You look that in the books of Sharat point of view. Sharat received a bill from Karthik. So first entry will be bills receivable account debtor. Bills receivable account debtor to Karthik. Bills receivable account debtor to Karthik. Clear? Next, at the time of maturity, if he got the amount, if drawer got the amount, means what we are writing? Cash account to bills receivable. Okay? So here only cash or bank account debtor to bills receivable because he is getting amount at the time of maturity. To entry. Okay? First he received a bill from Karthik. Bills receivable account to Karthik. Then at the time of maturity, he will get the amount of bills receivable. So cash account to bills receivable. Okay? So this is related to endorsement. In the books of drawer, third entry, to whom we are endorsing. That account, Sharat account to bills receivable. At the time of maturity, no entry because here who is getting amount? Endorsee only will get amount from drawing. Okay, bills receivable account to Karthik, then bank account to bills receivable. Clear now? In the books of drawing, no change, same. Purchase account to Karthik, Karthik account to bills payable, maturity, bills payable account to cash. Bills payable account to cash. So now we will start the problem. Clear now? Okay. So now we will start the problem. On 1st October 2030, no, sorry, Y owed rupees 2,600 to X. Y owed 2,600 to X. So here, who is the drawer? Who is the drawer? Y owed rupees 2,000 to X. So here drawer is X. Y is drawing. Y owed. Y have to give rupees 2,600 to X. So X is the drawer. Y is the drawing. So here they didn't specify the sales. Sold goods to X, sold goods to Y. They didn't specify. So no need of that entry. Okay. If it is there, first entry we will write Y accounted to sales. But here they didn't specify sold goods. So here secondary entry onwards we will write. So 2,600 he have to give. Why? On 5 March 2012 he accepted a bill for rupees 2,500. Means Y accepted a bill for rupees 2,500. Thing is that 2,600 is the amount. He accepted a bill for rupees 2,500 for 1 month drawn by X in full settlement of his debt. In full settlement. In full settlement. So there will be cash discount. In full settlement. In full settlement of the debt. So there will be discount. Okay. So at the time of receiving amount, if we given discount, normally entry what? Cash account debtor, discount account debtor to that person. Here normally our entries will be entry will be bills receivable account to Y only. But here discount is there. Here discount is there. So entry will be bills receivable account debtor discount account debtor. Why discount debit? So X given discount. Okay. Bill amount 2,500. Discount 100 to Y account. So Y 2,600. So Y have to give, Y owed 2,600. Out of that 2,500 we got, discount we given 100. Okay. Being acceptance received, and discount allowed, being acceptance received and discount allowed, Next, here they specified X endorsed the bill to the creditor Z immediately. X endorsed, date not given. So same date, immediately. So that bill we received, that bill he given to Z. So entry will be Z account debtor to bills receivable. Okay, Z account to bills receivable, being bill endorsed to Z. Z. Okay. Second entry, Z accounted to bills receivable amount 2000, bill amount 2500. Okay. So at the time of maturity, no entry because here Z is getting amount. Next, if any doubt you have, you can ask. Next, journal entries in the books of Y. Journal entries in the books of Y. Journal entries in the books of Y. Sorry, dear no need. DR's here. I thought lecture. For journal no need. So journal entries in the books of Y. So 5 March, 5th March 2012. Here bills receivable. So here also purchase no need of entry. Entry will be, second entry will be X account debtor to discount also there. Y is getting discount. Y is getting discount. So Y account debtor to bills payable. Y account debtor to bills payable to discount. Bills payable 2500, 100, 2600. Being acceptance given, and discount received, he's get discount, that's why credit discount. X is giving discount, so that's why debit. Then the bill was duly met on the due date. So at the time of maturity, for 1 month only bill, March 5. So 1 month. So 6th April, 5 April, 5 plus 3. So 8th April 2012, entry will be bills payable account debtor to cash 2500 being amount of bill paid, Okay, here no change. First entry no need purchase account because second onwards only start, but it is implied. So whenever we prepare which one, journals in the books of X, prepare Y's account means first you have to write which one to balance BD, that 2600. Okay, so if you write also no problem, I will tell. So we'll do the problem. Okay, first you have to write to balance BD, otherwise you can write the entry. So Y account, if you are preparing first entry, what? Y accounted to sales. Y accounted to sales. So to sales first. So if you prepare account means you have to write the first entry. Suppose past journals in the books of drawer and prepare drawee account. Suppose question is coming. So in this case, you have to write, if Y owed starting, then also you have to write here Y accounted to sales. Here X accounted, which one? Purchase accounted to purchase account to X. That entry you have to write if you prepare, otherwise no need. The journal entries means only this needed. Next, last, journal entries in the books of journal entries in the books of Z. So 5th March 2012, he received a bill from X. So entry will be bills receivable account data to, you have relation to X only, X account 2500 being acceptance received. Next, at the time of maturity only, 8th April 2012, he will get amount, cash or bank account, cash account or bank account, debtor to bills receivable account. $2,500 being amount of bill received, being amount of bill received. Next one, same pattern only. Adil sold goods to Shamil and drew a bill for the amount at 2 months after date. Shamil accepted the bill and returned it to Adil. Adil endorsed the bill to Sahil. Shamil met his acceptance on maturity. Pass journal entries in the books of Adil, Shamil and Sahil. So we'll start first, journal entries in the books of Adil. In the books of Adil. So Adil sold goods to Shamil. So date 15th March 2013, Shamil account debtor to sales account being sold goods to Shamil. Sold goods to Shamil 10,000. Next, okay, same date, acceptance, bills receivable account debtor, bills receivable account debtor to Shamil being acceptance received, being acceptance received. Next, Adil endorsed the bill to Sahil. Date it is not given, so same date. Sahil they endorsed. So Adil endorsed the bill to Adil endorsed the bill to Sahil. So third entry will be Sahil account debtor to bills receivable account. Bills receivable account being bill endorsed to Sahil. Being bill endorsed to Sahil, same amount. So at the time of maturity, no entry. Next, journal entries in the books of Shamil. 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 First, 15th March 2013, purchase their sales. Their sales here purchase account debtor to Adil account. So 10,000 being purchased goods from Adil. Same date, Adil account debtor. You know the entry, that's why I'm doing first. Adil account debtor to bills payable account. Bills payable account 10,000 being acceptance given. Last maturity date 2 months, so 18/5/13. Bills payable account debtor to cash account being the amount of bill paid. Being the amount of bill paid. Next, last, journal entries in the books of Sahil. Journal entries in the books of Sahil. Journal entries in the books of Sahil. So 15th March 2013, he received a bill, bills receivable account debtor to, he received a bill from Adil. 10,000 being acceptance received. Next, at the time of maturity, he will get the amount cash or bank account, debtor to bills receivable account. Being the amount of bill received. Okay, now next case, dishonor of a bill, then a renewal of a bill, insolvency of acceptor, retiring of bill. 1, 2, 3, 4 case. So it is little so you have to concentrate a little more on dishonor next cases because little tougher. Next, dishonor of a bill. Dishonor of a bill. Renewal, insolvency, retiring a bill. Okay. Next one, dishonor of a bill. So already you know what you by dishonor. When the acceptor refuses to pay the amount on the date of maturity or he becomes insolvent, it is called dishonor of the bill. So two types of dishonor already we studied: non-acceptance, dishonor due to non-acceptance, and dishonor due to non-payment. Okay, so dishonor means when the acceptor refuses to accept within 48 hours of its receipt. After receiving the bill, he refuses to accept within 48 hours of the receipt of the bill. So it is said to be dishonored for non-acceptance. If when the drawee refuses to pay the amount on the date of maturity, it is called dishonored for non-payment. Okay, dishonor for non-payment, that is dishonor of a bill. So if the drawee refuses to accept, if the drawee refuses to fail to pay the amount, so if it is there, it must be noted with the help of notary public. It must be noted with the help of notary public, advocate. So you have to present the bill to the which one advocate. Then they will specify the reason of dishonor. Okay, specify the reason of dishonor. That is noting. It is done by the notary public, who is an advocate appointed by the government. So for doing this service, advocate will charge amount from the drawer. They will charge amount from the drawer, but it is really this expense will be borne by the which one, drawee only. Because of drawee only, the bill is dishonor. So it is an expense to be borne by the acceptor. It is an expense to be borne by the acceptor. Noting charges to the advocate we have to give to done for what purpose? To establish the legality of dishonor. So they will specify in that written document the reason of dishonor. Okay, for that purpose we have to give some charge to the advocate, that is noting charge. So first who will give? Drawer will give the amount. After that, suppose bill amount is 10,000, noting charge 100. So now the drawee have to give 10,100 amount to the drawer, otherwise to the endorsee. Okay, if it is endorsee is there, endorsee have to give that bill to the which one, drawer. Okay, then drawer will do the formality of a noting. He will approach which one, bank advocate, then he will establish the legality of dishonor. For that purpose they will give the amount, and after that they can recover from the acceptor, drawee. So what is the journal entry? So now you have to remember each cases what we studied already. That only, you look at that only, it is there. Okay, first case, at the time of maturity, if we got the amount, so I said example 10,000 100 noting charge, example I said, okay, 10,000 100 noting charge, the amount of bill 10,000, noting charge 100. So if you have any doubt you can ask. When the bill retained till maturity is dishonored, first case, the drawer is keeping the bill till the date of maturity, but at the time of maturity the bill is dishonored. What is the journal entry? You know that if you receive the amount, what is the entry? Cash account in the books of drawer only, I am telling. Full in the books of drawer only. Cash account at a 2, bills receivable. Correct, no? At the time of maturity, if you receive the amount, what is entry? Cash account at 2, bills receivable. Cash account at 2, bills receivable. If it is dishonored, we won't get the cash. Instead of that, who is the responsible? That person you have to write. Y account at 2, bills receivable. Clear? We won't get the cash. So instead of cash, the responsible person you have to write. If noting charge is there, together I am writing. Other separate. To cash. To cash. Suppose how to write the amount? Bill amount 10,000, noting charge 100. So why 10,100? So you can write now. When the bill retained till maturity is dishonored, Y account at 2. So I will not give in the printed note. I will give only 2 bills receivable. If noting charge is there, you write Y account at 2. Bills receivable account to cash account. You have to give, he is responsible for bill amount and noting charges. Any doubts? If noting charge, first case to cash. Y accounted to bills receivable to cash. To cash, why? Because drawer now he given the amount. He given the amount. He given, now he given the amount. That's why to cash, cash gone. Y accounted to bills receivable to cash. Any doubt? Anila, any doubts? Next, when the discounted bill is dishonored. Second case, if discounted bill is dishonored, we know that entry, third entry what? Bank account debtor, discount account to bills receivable. Bank account debtor, discount account to bills receivable. Okay? If discounted bill is dishonored, third entry we debited bank. You look that one thing you have to remember, in every case, debit will be Y. Clear? So he is responsible. So first entry normal bill only. So normal entry, what is the second entry? Bills receivable accounted to Y. So ulta, opposite, Y accounted to bills receivable. But discounted bill means third entry will be bank is debit. That is discounted bill. If it is dishonored, the bank will credit. Y accounted to bank. So here, if it is noting charges, no need to write down to cash. If it is a discounted bill, means bank is dealing. So full amount together we can write 10,100. But if it is first case means drawer is giving the amount to cash. If it is a discounted bill, to bank. Next, if endorsed bill is dishonored, endorsed bill, suppose endorsed bill to which one? Z. Z accounted to bills receivable, no problem. Z, third entry, endorsement to endorsee. So, dishonor is there, debit will be drawee. Drawee accounted to endorsee. Endorsement also, that amount together we can write if noting charge is there. Y accounted to Z. Y accounted to Z. Y have to give 10,100 to Z. Z 10,100. Okay. So Y draw is a debit, but credit will be if it is a discount bank debit. So to bank. Endorsement, endorsee debit, credit, Z. Then bill sent for collection is dishonored. Bill sent for collection is dishonored. Here also, bill sent for collection. So for collecting amount we are giving. So in this case, you have to write noting charge to cash. So Y accounted to bill sent for collection. If it is noting charge is not there, then only bill sent for collection. Okay. So together I am teaching. If noting charge also there, then what we will do? Okay. So if separate I am teaching, now I am teaching means you will understand. Y accounted to bill sent for collection to cash account. Okay. If it is a normal bill, retained bill till maturity and bill sent for collection. In that case only, if any noting charge is there, we have to credit. The drawer is giving to cash. Other case, no need, together amount you can write. So it is a, which one, given to other person, we discounted. So bills and we are only keeping, only for collecting purpose only, we are giving to the bank. Okay, normal bill also we are keeping, but endorsed bill we transfer to other person. Discount we given to the bill we given to the bank. So in that case, together amount. Otherwise, drawer is giving the amount to cash to cash. Clear? Next, last, in the books of drawing, at the time of maturity, only one entry. So we know that at the time of maturity, what is the entry? In the books of drawing, bills payable account to cash. Is it correct? Bills payable account to, we know that bills payable account to cash at the time of maturity. At the time of maturity, what is the entry? Bills payable account debtor to cash only normally we are writing if it is honored. So here we won't get the amount. Instead of cash, to whom this X? To X account. Bills payable account to X account. Suppose if noting charge is there, normally is this one. If noting charge is there, if noting charge is there, bill amount also noting charge account debtor. Noting charge also he have to give to X. So bills payable account debtor, noting charge account debtor to X account. Clear? In the books of drawing, bills payable account debtor, bills payable account debtor, noting charge account debtor to X account. Bill amount also, noting charge also, you have to is liable to X. In the books of drawer, Y is responsible. So instead of cash, Y. Okay. Bills payable account debtor, noting charge account to drawer. Being bill dishonored and noting charge paid, that I will tell whenever we do the problem. Okay. So this you have to study, then only dishonor, then renewal also. Next renewal, we will cancel dishonor, then we will make a new bill. That case. Okay. So today you have to study the journal entry related to dishonor of a bill. Okay, understand now? Together I said noting charge also there, that I said retained bill till maturity is dishonor. Y accounted to normal. Normal means you look second entry, bills receivable account to that person. So Y accounted to bills receivable. If noting charge paid, to cash. Discounted bill, debit will be bank. So credit, Y account to bank. Endorsed bill, endorsing, Y account to endorsing. Bill sent for collection, third entry, bill sent for collection. Y account to bill sent for collection. If noting charge paid, to cash. In the books of drawing, only one entry at the time of maturity, bills payable account debtor, noting charge account to drawer. Okay. So now you revise the journal entry. So tomorrow we will start dishonor problem.